Okay guys, me and Greg are here in the shop and we're trying to get this roof moved, just the two of us. So what we did here is we got it down off them buckets. It's so heavy that it crushed the buckets. We had buckets underneath there while we put the roof on it. So now it's on these snowmobile dollies so that we can wheel it over to the right so it's centered with the door. And then I'm gonna get Carl the Kubota and pick up one end and kind of pull it out the door. And Greg's gonna guide it and we're gonna try to get it outside. Yeah, it's actually moving pretty easy right there. Look at that. Jeez, that's easy. Some snowmobile dollies work good, huh? That's what we're doing. So we'll try to video it. Get this thing outside so that we can come up with a plan to get it on top of the camp within the next day or two. So we got this pallet, this big pallet, and we reinforced it. Greg and I got some extra runners underneath it. In between it, we put some extra bottom boards on it, make it stronger. The runners are all hardwood. There, thick hardwood. So we're hoping that holds the roof system. Then we're gonna lay these boards in between it. We're gonna drag it out the door with Carl sitting here waiting. And when we get it out the door, we're gonna pull the pallet with the ratchet strap underneath the thing. And we're gonna set it down and we're gonna pick it up with the pallet. That's the game plan. Just me and Greg. We'll see how it works. Hey guys, Bondo here. So if you haven't been following this build, what we're doing here is we're getting this roof that we build in my shop out and we're going to put it on. I'm building this little tiny house, hunting camp on wheels. It's also got this shepherd's hut roof. So it's that bowed roof that I built with some glue laminations. If you're new to my channel, go check those videos out. You'll see how we built this thing. It's pretty interesting. But here we are, getting the roof out of the shop so we can get it on the trailer because it won't fit. The whole thing wouldn't fit in my shop. So we built the roof and then we built the walls and the trailer separate. So here we are, me and Greg getting the roof out. We're going to put it on a pallet. We got my Kubota tractor, which I call Carl the Kubota, Carl with a K. This tractor will lift a ton, guys, so we thought we could lift this up pretty easy. I didn't think it was going to be that heavy, but you'll see here, Carl grunted pretty good picking this sucker up. It's got 24 gauge steel on it, and it's all filled with spray foam, so this thing's pretty heavy. We ratchet strapped it on there, and you know, we had it on that pallet pretty good. And we put the trailer, you'll see here in a minute, I'm going to go over, I had my trailer with the walls over at my buddy Matt's shop, and I was working on it over there, and I'm gonna go get it here with the my little tractor, my Mahindra, and tow it over here. And we thought if we put the trailer in the wall section kind of down low on my driveway, we could come in high with the tractor and we'd be tall enough to set the roof on, because if we were on flat ground we wouldn't be able to set the roof on. So you can see here I'm kind of lining up on the high side of my driveway. Here I come with the trailer here, and we're going to pull it in there and try to put it on the low side, which will be good for setting the roof on. You'll see here in a second. So Matt lives next door, and like I said, that's where I had everything. So we're going to back it down in here with the Mahindra and just get it facing the right direction here, because there's a front and back to this roof. So we got it right here looking pretty good. We put some blocking and stuff right here. I'm driving it up onto the blocking to get the trailer level. And here the trailer's level, guys. And stay tuned, we're going to try to lift it and you'll see how we had trouble lifting this. What's up? for setting the roof on your dad's camper, so his phone's occupied. I saw you were calling him. Oh, yeah, it was kind of a last minute thing. Greg's like, yeah, let's just do it right now. So we're doing it right now. Yeah, the roof's about 5 feet from it right now, so I think we're good. You ready? Oh yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Fail. So as you can see, guys, Carl couldn't pick it, so we put this pole underneath it, and if we tipped it back, you could pick it up. So Greg had me keep tipping it back, but I didn't feel too warm and fuzzy here with it leaning that far back. I was afraid the darn thing was going to flip over on me and crush me and you know, ruin the roof and everything else. But we tipped it just enough so it wasn't going to roll backwards, and it picked it right up. They kind of pushed underneath it too. If you didn't see, look back there, they kind of pushed with the poles underneath it to give Carl a little extra push. And here we were kind of stuck in the pallet right here, but we got it out and backed right out of there, and there it was. And then we just had to take the cross members and stuff off here. You'll see the guys in a minute. We get inside there and start taking all the cross braces and stuff out, and it went pretty good. I mean, it was pretty scary having that roof way up there coming downhill and stuff. I had the backhoe stretched all the way out just for a counterweight, kind of stuck it way out there just so I wouldn't tip or whatever. But here we are. I'm just going to lift up the end of the roof and so we can get those cross braces out of there. But that's how we did it. Almost a fail, guys. I almost couldn't pick it. I don't know what we would have done. We'd had to come up with a different plan. But we got it up there, so stay to the end of the video. You see how this trailer looks now. I got a lot done on it. So you'll see the whole thing at the end. Something seemed weird. It was lifting it. Once we got the pallet out from under there, guys, and all the cross members on the one end, I was able to just set it down, and then I'm going to run over and we ended up using a floor jack. I went in my garage here, got a floor jack, and we jack up the middle of the roof to get the rest of the cross members out of there. Because right now the pallet's out from under it, but it's still sitting on some of them cross members that we had on there. So that's what we're doing here, and just adjusting it a little bit. Needed to move back about an inch. That's what I did right there. And then you'll see how we jacked it up here in a second. There I am getting the jack on the tractor, bringing it inside.
We wouldn't even have to.
Yeah, we should be able to.
Screw gun's right there on that heater.
That board broke. Yeah, it broke before.
Want me to go up? Yeah, I'm gonna go up.
Just don't get your hand caught under there. Make sure he's got it up there. Need a right angle screw gun. Can you do it better from the outside, Greg? Okay guys, I'm gonna give you a little tour of the hut and the spot that we're in right now. Kyle and Logan are coming tomorrow to spray foam the inside of the walls, so I got it sitting here. Got some things all ready inside of it, so I'll take you around the outside first. We started putting some ice and water guard on the walls, but it started to rain yesterday, so I got all my windows in. Some lights, I put some lights on it, wired in some lights. I still got to finish up the gable end there. So it's coming along pretty good. I had to put some slats on here because it rained today and it actually buckled my Luan a little bit. So I put some slats because once that spray foam hits it, it's not gonna move. It's gonna be stuck there. And I got a little tank hooked up to my gas line so I can make sure I don't have any leaks because my gas line's in the wall. That's what she looks like on the outside. This is where my outside power is gonna come in. I got a waterproof plug on there. And I just got a little pallet here to get up easy. So guys, so I put all these hurricane ties in the walls. Now I had them up in here for the ceiling, if you watched when I built the roof. So I had them every 32 inches. As you can see, there's an arch every 32 inches. So in between here, I put these, I kind of tipped them back a little bit and bent them, and bent the edge over just so I got back into the stud a little better. And then in between where I couldn't get that, I put this little L bracket in there. So I got 78 metal brackets in this thing, all the way down through. Because if you remember, this was part of the roof. So I didn't have a top plate because I didn't want a double stud here. I didn't want that extra thermal bridging and the extra weight, so I skipped the top plate, and there's no bottom plate either on the wall, guys. Right here. I didn't use a bottom plate, so I put all those brackets in the bottom. And I drove those long screws down into the stud. There's a stud under each one. And my framing lines up. My floor joists are right there on 16-inch centers, laying right underneath there. And then that carries right up every other one. I got my roof bow. So I did the bows at 32 inches. So the load's carried from the bottom right straight up through on every one, you can see. It goes right up straight, boom, right up. And my floor joist is right underneath there. And you can see that plywood seam lines right up with that one. So that's how I did it. 78 of these little brackets. I got them everywhere. And each one has 3 screws in it, so just wanted to show you that. That's how I tied everything together. It's rock solid right now too. Even without the spray foam in the walls, it's not shaking or nothing. So it's gonna be really strong. Once he spray foams it, it's gonna be even better, but that really locked everything together. It was pretty wobbly before I put the roof on it. These walls were really lightweight. But the way I built these walls, guys, is I used 2x3s. If you didn't watch my wall build video, I used 2x3s, which leaves a gap in behind this Luan. I just used really light Luan. And I put these 3/4 inch purlins on there. That's Eastern Larch purlins, and they're 4 inches wide. So my spray foam is going to go right behind there, and we won't have as much thermal bridging. And this wall is the same profile as a 2x4 wall, so it's going to perform a lot better. You can see down through there, that's all going to get insulated in here. All this going to all have spray foam in it. And I made sure I'm going to get spray foam behind these tubing here, so I don't get any cold spots. A couple spots I put little pieces of foam to hold the tubing out, just so it wouldn't be against the cold surface there. And I notched all of them back in so I can get behind them. So that's how I did it. Just wanted to show you that too. It's getting a little dark out, but I got all this conduit. It's just PEX tubing, guys. I got tons of it left over from jobs, so it actually fits right in. Fits right in a Romex connector and clamps down. Pretty rigid. Ceiling looks pretty cool. I got a light wired in there. I got 12 volt in here, and I got 120 volt in here, and they're separated. They're on separate circuits. Here's how my lights come through the wall. I got one there and one there in the back by the back window. This here is my water heater, where the water heater is going to go. And then I got my gas line here for the water heater, gas line here for the cook stove, and that one there is for my little Dickinson marine heater. And I put a water line in the wall, guys. I don't like doing that, but I put it in this electrical conduit. In case it ever freezes, I can pull it out. So I just snaked it through there, and it's running out. And it comes up, and it's gonna go underneath the bed here. This is gonna be the bedroom area. The door's here. This area right here is gonna be the bedroom. So under the bed, there's gonna be the water tank, and the water tank's gonna go this way, and there's gonna be a water pump and expansion tank over here. So the water's gonna run through the wall here and under the kitchen sink, under that cupboard area. This here, where the tape was, is all gonna be under the cupboards. And that's what she looks like. I got like French doors that I'm making for the sides here. And this area here is gonna be like my little garage where I'm gonna park my four-wheeler. So there's really nothing gonna be in here, except I'm gonna have a table that folds out here like that. And then it'll fold back against the wall, so I can pull my four-wheeler in here. And that's pretty much it. Overhead light. All the lights are 12 volt. Most everything's 12 volt in here. The water heater's 12 volt. The Dickinson marine heater, that's 12 volt. The fan that's going in the composting toilet is gonna be 12 volt. And lights, like I said, I got a bunch of plugs that are, I'm gonna put 12 volt plugs in here. Got a bunch of circuits for that. So everything in the red tubing is 12 volt. I didn't put the 120 in a conduit. I just ran it. But all the 12 volt, everything you see here is all 12 volt stuff. And then these here, these ones that run up into here, they're for marker lights. Because Kyle and Logan are not gonna spray this area tomorrow. I have to put my galvalume metal on the ceiling, and I need this nailer right here. So if they spray this area tomorrow, I won't be able to put my metal on. So they're gonna wait on this area right here, just this dome. And then I can put the lights in. I need marker lights, and that's what these conduits are for. You'll see one in every corner. There's one there, right there. And then over here, you'll see I got one there, and I got one there. And they run down into the bottom of the trailer, and they'll hook up to my regular lights. And this back is gonna have to have 3 lights up in there outside. That's code. So there's where we're at, guys. Just wanted to give you a sneak peek. I'm gonna get some video footage tomorrow of, I'm sure it'll be Logan spraying, spray foam in the walls. So that should be cool. But I'll get this video up, and then I'll make another one for you guys of the spray, and then we can start doing the interior. So thanks for watching the video, guys. Catch you on the next one.